Hi, and thanks for tuning in to one of our Total Success seminars. This one, we're going to talk about managing meetings. We've done a number of seminars over the years in relation to managing them, but one of the key things, we keep coming up with the same questions. How do you ensure you manage your meetings so they run on time? Well, not difficult. You just have to make sure that you've got a number of strategies and situations that you can manage. Now, I've been managing meetings for the past 30 years. I used to be a sales director, training manager. I've been training for many years now. I used to actually be marketing as well, so managed many meetings. And there are some basic techniques you can learn to allow you to be able to manage those meetings more effectively. Number one, and one thing I've always learned is when you set a meeting to start at 9:30, start the meeting on time. Don't reward latecomers by starting the meeting late. Don't penalise those who turn up to your meetings on time. Very important that you do this, and very important that you manage that particular process. You don't want to get a reputation that, oh, it doesn't matter, I won't go now because Warren's meeting will only start in about, it's always 15 minutes late, so I'll go in 15 minutes. No, you want to give people a clear message that the meeting starts on time. So if people come in late, the meeting's already started, you welcome them in, tell them where they are on agenda, but don't start unless you have to. If you've only got 2 people in a meeting, you can start later, but if you've got enough people to start a meeting, start the meeting. Another little tip for timings is agree to finish time at the start of a meeting. This allows you, the chair, to control the agenda items. Now if you say, in this 2-hour meeting, we're starting at 9:30, we're looking to finish at 11:30, we've got 8 items, so obviously we'll need to make sure that we discuss those issues and come to conclusions on those. Any other business that we've got, we'll have to leave over to the next meeting. So what you do is you clearly focus attention on the task completion. I know some organisations that I work with, but actually time their meetings so that you actually only spend the amount of time on a particular subject you need to. And I tell you what, you might think, oh, it's a bit strong to do that, but nothing clarifies a completion of an item than somebody saying, actually we need to wrap this up in about 5 minutes. It really focuses on what people need to do. Make sure, number 3, state the purpose of the meeting clearly on the agenda. Your meeting should be there to either discuss issues or create action. In fact, both. But you need to know what the overall purpose of the meeting is. Are there key things that must come out from the meeting? Now, put those on the actual agenda. And what that does, it allows everybody to focus on what's important in a meeting and not what they've come into meeting to discuss. Some people come into meetings to discuss other agendas which are not necessarily on the agenda. An agenda should only be what you discuss at the meeting. Any other business, I'm not even a great fan of any other business. I would rather leave that off the meeting so that we are able to discuss on what needs to be done. So make sure you state the purpose of a meeting on the agenda. Point number 4, state your ideas positively. Show the overall relation to the overall objective. Every item on a meeting should relate to the purpose and the objective, overall objective. Should be clarity, should be priority. One of the key things about moving people on in a meeting is saying to them, look, although we can discuss this now, it's not a priority. We need to make sure that this fits into the purpose. It allows those side discussions or people who want to hijack an agenda, controlling them back onto the subject. So state positively. And that moves on to item number 5 on the agenda, on the list for today. Watch pacing, keep it moving. Very easy to get bogged down. It only takes one person to have an interesting thought or an idea, people get involved, talk about that, and in a way, unless it is completely relevant to the subject, it can waste time. So keep the pace moving, and part of that as a chair is to get everybody to contribute. Everybody in the meeting should contribute. I'm a great believer in name tags. If you don't know the people in the meeting, and even if you do, not everybody else will know people's names, give them name tags so people know exactly what to do. Then you can actually call on the resource people, those people with experience on certain items, to be able to make a contribution to the meeting, maybe in the discussion or the actions or the priority of issues discussed. But make sure everybody contributes. I've attended hundreds of meetings over the years, and I've got to say, some people turn up to a meeting without even a pad or a pencil. You think to yourself, why are they actually at this meeting? What did they hope to gain from this particular meeting? Make sure they're prepared and make sure that you contribute, everybody contributes. A great way to contribute to a meeting, or to know people have made a contribution, is at the end of a meeting, get the people in the room to summarise what the priorities that they will take away from the meeting and they will action. So that would be the next point. Make sure everybody understands what they take away from the actual meeting itself. I would say get them to do the executive summary. And as a chair, you can have a bit of fun watching people who you can say at the end, okay, so I'd like to go around the room and can everybody tell me what their actions they're going to take away from the meeting and when are they going to report back. Then you'll soon find out those who actually have contributed and those who have just attended the meeting just as a way of getting away from work. It's a great technique to use, it's a great technique to have, and these are some of the control techniques to allow you to be able to consider having the perfect meeting. My name's Warren Winter, I work for Total Success Training. We've got lots of these videos, we've got some webinars on site, we've got loads of good information. If you're looking to improve your services, you can find them on www.totalsuccess.co.uk, all one word. And you can contact us in the office. Any questions, any queries, any comments on this, please let us know. We're very happy to do these videos for you, and we know from the reaction that you're very happy to receive them as well. As again, my name, Warren Wint from Total Success Training. Thank you and have a great meeting.